Here we go.
22 million viewers tuned in to 60 Minutes Sunday to hear Stormy Daniels' story, the biggest audience in 10 years. And we're getting reaction today from the First Lady. Melania's spokesperson called the interview salacious gossip, adding, "I'd like to remind people there's a minor child whose name should be kept out of news stories when at all possible." We're also hearing from the president, sort of. "So much fake news," he tweeted today. "Never been more voluminous or more inaccurate." He's sticking to his story, denying it ever happened.
I will say the president strongly, clearly, and has consistently denied these underlying claims, and the only person who's been inconsistent is the one making the claims.
Trump's friend Christopher Ruddy just had dinner with him at Mar-a-Lago.
I can only tell you what he told me. He said he thought that much of the Stormy Daniels stuff was a political hoax. Again, those were his words.
He was sitting, on the edge of the bed when I walked out. Perched.
Stormy's eagerly awaited interview is the talk of the nation, particularly her depiction of their first, and it turns out, only night together at a celebrity golf tournament in Lake Tahoe in July 2006.
He's like, have you seen my new magazine?
He was showing you his own picture on the cover of the magazine.
Right. And I was like, someone should take that magazine and spank you with it.
You told Donald Trump to turn around and take off his pants?
Yes.
And did he?
Yes. And I just gave him a couple swats.
The magazine is believed to be the Forbes magazine issue with Trump, Ivanka, and Don Jr. on the cover.
Were you physically attracted to him?
No.
Did you want to have sex with him?
No.
It was entirely consensual.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Here's something you didn't see on TV. It's a clip posted online on 60 Minutes Overtime. Be warned, it's pretty graphic.
Physically, you've seen him in ways that other people haven't.
Correct. And if need be, I could describe that.
His private parts.
I could, if need be.
Stormy also claimed she was threatened by a mystery man who approached her in the parking lot of a gym in Las Vegas in 2011. Her infant daughter was with her.
A guy walked up on me and said to me, "Leave Trump alone, forget the story." And then he leaned around and looked at my daughter and said, "It's a beautiful little girl. It'd be a shame if something happened to her mom." And then he was gone.
Today, Trump's private lawyer, Michael Cohen, sent a cease and desist letter to Stormy, warning her against implying it was Cohen who sent the thug.
They've been alluding all over the last 2 to 3 weeks that Michael Cohen has been threatening her.
Lawyer David Schwartz represents Michael Cohen.
She gets a threat in a parking lot, right? And what does she do, right? She goes to the police, right? No, she doesn't go to the police. She goes to her Pilates class, all right? She goes to her gym workout. That's exactly how somebody would react when they're threatened with their daughter.
Stormy's attorney, Michael Avenatti, is coming under fire for overhyping the interview. Avenatti posted this image of a CD last week, suggesting it contained evidence of Stormy's relationship with Trump. But last night, no CD.
That seems like a big tease. Why are you teasing us? Well, have it. Why not produce it?
No, it's not a big tease. We're in the process of a legal case.
What's on that CD?
I'm not going to disclose what's on the CD right now.
Tweeting out a picture of a DVD in a safe with the message, "If a picture is worth 1,000 words, how many words is this worth?"
How should people know there's anything on that DVD?
Well, if people think I'm bluffing, they should ask the opponents in countless cases I've had over the last 15 years if I'm generally a guy that bluffs.
Is there simply too much attention on this?
No, I think that it can look a little bit ridiculous, right, when we're talking about porn stars and playmates nonstop on cable.
Today, some viewers are focused not only on what Stormy had to say, but also on her eyes. Look at her pupils. They look really dilated. This is Stormy from her Inside Edition interview a few weeks ago. Her pupils appear normal. But here she is on 60 Minutes. Pupil dilation can be caused by various things, including cold medicine, Botox, a concussion or other head injury, drug use, or dim lighting. Which would likely not be the case during a TV interview with all those lights. Stormy's lawyer sent us this statement. "Any suggestion that my client was under the influence of drugs is ridiculous and actionable. Ask Anderson Cooper and the producers of 60 Minutes how coherent and credible she was."
As Stormy Daniels shared the story of her interaction with Donald Trump, many were struck by the similarities with what former Playboy playmate Karen McDougal has said about how she and Trump got together. But Stephen Fabian reports there's one very big difference, and that is the level of emotional connection Mr. Trump apparently had.
They are the two women who claim to have been intimate with Donald Trump, and both say he compared them to his daughter, Ivanka.
You are special. You remind me of my daughter.
He said I was beautiful like her.
There are other striking similarities in their stories. Both women say Trump told them he and his wife, Melania, had separate bedrooms.
I asked, and he brushed it aside, said, oh, yeah, you know, don't worry about that. We have separate rooms and stuff.
We passed a room, and he said, this is Melania's room. If she likes to have her alone time or to get away to read or something like that.
Both women say they had unprotected sex with Trump.
Did he use a condom?
No.
Did you ask him to?
No.
Did he ever use protection?
No, he didn't.
And both say Trump made attempts to seduce them at his bungalow at the posh Beverly Hills hotel.
He came and sat next to me and, you know, touched my hair and put his hand on my leg and referenced back to how great it was the last time.
We're talking about his birthday, and then as the night ended, we were intimate.
The two women also claim they were paid six-figure sums in hush money to keep quiet about the alleged affairs. Stormy Daniels says she had a one-night stand with the future president back in 2006, but Karen McDougal claims a much deeper relationship, a 10-month-long affair involving sex, quote, many dozens of times. As the fallout over her 60 Minutes interview shakes the White House, photographers found Stormy in high spirits last night at a Tex-Mex bar in Dallas with friends. While she was cutting loose, her attorney, Michael Avenatti, had an extraordinary ding-dong battle with the lawyer for Trump's embattled advisor, Michael Cohen.
The guy doesn't even know the law. He's a thug. Right. Your friend is a thug.
Well, thank you.
That's
$1 million.
No, that's
$1 million. $1 million. You know what? You're a thug. Anyone who would come on here.
It's just he said, she said until there's any proof. Well, I don't believe it.
I don't believe that things should be shutting down because there's allegations. Because I could make my own allegations. Doesn't mean they're true.
I don't think it's fair at all. They should leave them, put it in front of the courts, not in front of the media, and go from there.